everybody, guess what? We made it to Sri Lanka. It's currently the end of the rainy season here, so while we're here, it's probably still going to be a little wet, but we do have some really fun things planned, so come along with us and check it out.
We hit the ground running in Sri Lanka by signing up for a city tour of Colombo the day that we arrived. We went by tuk-tuk to learn all about the city. First, we went to a museum where we got really good background about Sri Lanka and the first people who came to the island. We saw many temples and beautiful sights. We passed the Red Mosque located on an extremely busy street and then enjoyed a king coconut, and I fell in love with them right away. The Dutch and Portuguese built so many European-style buildings here. We also stopped by the Lotus Tower and visited this incredible temple. Then we went to a very gorgeous green park where we saw this huge statue of Buddha. We walked in the park and found cinnamon trees. In Sri Lanka, cinnamon is very famous. We even saw horses there. In the middle of the tour, we stopped to try some tea and enjoyed some white tea, which we were told you can only get in Sri Lanka. To end the tour, we visited Liberty Square and got dropped off at the beach to enjoy the sunset. We were staying at a Marriott hotel and it was super amazing. This day, they were throwing a Christmas cake making party, so we stopped by to check it out. The next day, we made it to Weligama, where we checked in for our surf camp. We went to Layback surf camp and stayed for a week here. Our room was beautiful and it was right next to the pool. Across the street was the main building where we did yoga every morning and shared our meals. The first day we got settled and relaxed, and to end the night we had a beautiful dinner with all the other guests. Bright and early we got up to do a relaxing yoga session. Then after an awesome 2-hour morning surf session, we went to do a surf theory class. We squeezed in a quick lunch before we did a video analysis from our morning surf. I attended a sunset yoga class and we did a yin style yoga, which was so relaxing and beautiful.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here really quick and just tell you that I'm probably not going to get a lot of footage of us surfing because I need to focus and on my balance, and it's kind of like impossible. But if I figure out a way during this week, I will definitely get some footage of us surfing. But yeah, most of the mornings start off with yoga and then surf, and that's what we're going to do right now in my little surf outfit. So cool.
After our morning surf and yoga sessions, I grabbed this delicious smoothie bowl, and in the afternoon, we did a pool surf lesson all about how to control the board, which made a world of difference. We also learned paddle techniques and safety techniques on how to deal with big waves. We went out for a sunset surf later, and this pool session helped me a ton. And of course, we ended the long day with our daily brownie reward and a king coconut. We started the next day off with our morning yoga sessions, which is something I looked forward to because it's so relaxing, and it really gets you ready for the crazy surf lesson afterward. Then we got some delicious breakfast at the cafe. These poached eggs are so yummy. I went for a dip in the pool before we had an afternoon video analysis session. It's so helpful to see yourself surfing and learn from your own mistakes. Shortly after, I went to try out surf skating. We took a tuk-tuk to this road in the jungle and had so much fun despite the heat. I really want to bring this hobby back home with me. In the evening, we enjoyed some drinks and grabbed a tuk-tuk and drove like 30 minutes down the road to this place called the Doctor's House, where they threw a huge party for everyone going to surf camp in their area. I mean, it was a little bit chaotic, but the vibes were amazing and we ended up having such a blast here. The next day we relaxed for most of the day, and in the evening we attended a cooking class. It was really cool because it was kind of in someone's house, but they also set it up as a classroom. We learned all about Sri Lankan cuisine, from what herbs and spices they use to how they grow and cook their ingredients. I got to make some rice flour and I was super impressed with their outdoor kitchen. I was obsessed with the smells and flavors coming from the kitchen. We made all different types of curry and even did some traditional rice bread. In the end, we had a huge feast with all the delicious food. The next morning, we had a family breakfast after our morning surf, and all the girls went over to the sweet lady's house to try batik making, which is kind of like doing tie-dye. We got to pick our designs and then tie them up. We made our color dye with all these crazy chemicals and then put the cloth in the dye and finally hung them all up to dry. Then it was our last day at Layback, and we all got together to have an amazing goodbye dinner after such an awesome week making new friends. The next day, we got picked up by this awesome guy who runs the business called Master Campers, and then we headed straight to Yala National Park to do a safari. We saw so many spotted deer and peacocks, even elephants. It was so incredible to watch them eating and just existing. They are so huge and majestic. We passed a wasp nest, and then out of nowhere, our driver literally blasted off to get us to see a leopard, and we just got a quick glance of it before it headed back into the jungle. Those things are so hard to find. It felt like we were searching most of the time for one, but they were so mysterious and hidden. With or without seeing leopards, I think Yala National Park was so amazing, and we really had an amazing time. Day 2 of our safari adventure, we went to Utawalawe National Park, and this place is really known for their elephant population. We really got up close to some elephants, and it was so amazing. We stopped here by this magnificent tree to have a snack and watch the beautiful birds. Then we went to this lake that was filled with crocodiles, although they are hard to see on the video, and we just adventured through the park, taking in the views and the nature for a good amount of time. We saw a baby elephant and then this giant male elephant grazing so close to our car. We stopped by the river to have some scrumptious lunch that our tour guide had prepared for us and saw some water buffalo before leaving to check out the Elephant Transit Center, where abandoned baby elephants came to get cared for until they are ready to live in the wild on their own. And we arrived just in time to see them get their lunch and play with each other. Back at our accommodation, we spent some time with the kids of our tour guide, and they showed us around their backyard, which was epic. They prepared us another amazing meal for dinner. The next day, our final stop with our tour guide was a tea plantation, and we got to see so much of how they make all different types of tea. In Sri Lanka, the tea exportation is their largest source of revenue, and they know tea making down to the very science of it all. We learned all the steps of how they sort the leaves and grind them down into different powders, and most importantly, what makes a tea really good quality and what to look for when you want specific benefits with tea. The tea plantation itself was situated perfectly near the town of Ella, and it was so breathtaking. At the end of the tour, we tried a bunch of different teas. We said goodbye to our master camper people and grabbed some lunch in Ella town. Then we checked into 98 Acres Hotel, and they did a Hindu blessing for us. It was incredibly beautiful. Also, the mountains and the forest just looked like art from our room. We got to see the 9-arch bridge while we were there, and I thought it was the coolest thing. We didn't get to see the train going over, which would probably look amazing, but we still really liked coming here. Then we went back to Ellatown for some dinner and music. In the morning, our hotel hosted a nature hike to see the sunset. We woke up at 5 a.m. and met up with a group and hiked up Mini Adams Peak, and we got to see the sun peek over the mountains and light up the world. Then we shared some delicious tea when we came down and enjoyed our last moments in Ella, because later that day we headed back to the coast for some more beach time in Hirikeytiya, and I love it here. We also stayed at a peaceful homestay right by the town. In the morning, we signed up to do a surf lesson, and it was raining and the waves were huge, so you can guess how that went. But later on, we went to Turtle Point to meet with some friends from our surf camp and hang out. We tried out snorkeling and then grabbed probably the best kote lunch I've ever had. In the morning, we stopped by Shauna's Cafe for breakfast. We ate breakfast here every single day we were in Hirikeytiya. It's a family-run business, and every single time it was so fresh. After that, we checked in for a night at Weligama Hotel. We enjoyed a king coconut, and the vibe here is super colorful and fun. We enjoyed the pool here most of the day, and then enjoyed this amazing view of the ocean from our room. I was really impressed with the design of the room. Later, we walked into town through the lush jungle and gardens. We stopped at Hirikeytiya Beach to watch the waves before heading to Rosie's Kitchen, where we shared a curry and rice lunch with a bunch of other travelers. Then we went back to the beach for a quick little swim with some friends. A few days later, we made it back to Weligama. We found this adorable place called Basecamp. This was kind of like a homestay. It was really cozy and filled with really friendly people.
and they put a big emphasis on practicing yoga here. So every morning and every evening, you got to do an amazing session overlooking the ocean below. After, they have cold towels and tea waiting for you. And every morning, we shared such a delicious vegan, freshly made breakfast together, which probably became one of my favorite parts. Later that night, we met our friends at a place called Moochie's to have a little chat and try some yummy tacos. The next day, we did a day trip to Marissa to enjoy the beach there. We walked over to Parrot Rock. It's just a little island you can walk through from the beach. And to satisfy our hunger, we made a trip over to Chef Aquila's, which was very highly recommended to us. This guy used to own a beautiful oceanfront restaurant in Weligama, but there was a gas explosion, and now he makes food from his own backyard to keep going. And me, because I'm so dumb, forgot to record the food, but it was seriously the best curry I've tried in Sri Lanka, and I'm not even a huge curry person. Our last stop in Sri Lanka was this cinnamon farm that has these dreamy cabins hiding in the cinnamon trees, and I think the outdoor bathroom and the shower is the star of the show. There's so many yummy restaurants in Ahangama. We chose to check out Minori's kitchen and had an incredible spread of rice and curry in such a relaxing spot. We sat here for a while as the rain passed. And finally, our last day in Sri Lanka snuck up on us. We had some Sri Lankan breakfast to start: coconut roti, dal, and egg hopper. Then I signed myself up for some Pilates at Buddha Pilates in Ahangama. We found this roti place called Mr. Sunil's, and I ordered some kotu. After, we walked to Secret Beach and spent so much time here relaxing and swimming. It was such a dream. Finally, we enjoyed some cinnamon tea next to the beach and talked about our favorite memories we made in Sri Lanka. I wasn't expecting to fall in love with Sri Lanka, but I did, and I can't give enough thanks to the friends we made along the way and the kind people all over Sri Lanka that made this trip so incredible. I will see you guys soon. Bye!